and today I'm going to be talking about the campaign, display, and search ads that I've made for the blacksmithing course. So just on the NATE website, if you go to continuing education, you'll get to the blacksmithing course. It is a course that allows you to learn the history of smithing and the basic blacksmith techniques, as well as it gives you an opportunity to work with heating pieces and creating them into tools and art. There are a couple different courses down here from beginnings, which I'm focusing on today, to the additional courses afterwards. This also gives a little bit of deadline and pricing, as well as telling us that it is a face-to-face class and the dates. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is my SMART goals. My SMART goals for my search engine is to drive 90% of target audience to NATE's blacksmith website within the next 3 months. And my display one is to increase the NATE blacksmith course awareness by 70% within the next 3 months. Okay. So if we just go back to here, I'm just going to show you the first campaign ad created, which was my search campaign ad. The percentage we ended up with was 98.2%. If we look right here, we can see some of the keywords I've selected, with being blacksmithing course in person, and the rest of them. And then we're going to go into audiences right here. There is no, I did not select any age, gender, or household income, kind of trying to get as broad as a spectrum as possible. But location, I did select a 50-kilometer radius within Edmonton. Because it is an in-person class, we want to make sure that everybody's seeing the campaign or hearing about the seeing the search campaign is close enough to get to the courses. Okay, this is kind of just an example and like a little overview of what the campaign generated with me with. Kind of some of the titles that I got today, as well as our little click links right here. And of course, I added the NATE info line phone number. And if we looked at the description, I tried to do as much as possible. I did all 15 descriptions, making sure that they were over a certain amount of words, and just kind of putting as much information as possible on here. I also added the rest of the courses on the bottom, as you can see right here in each individual ad. Okay, the next one we are going to talk about is my display ad, which if I just look right here, sorry about that, I'm just at the overview, there we go. Okay, so this is my display ad. We'll just go down here. For the audience, again, nothing was selected. I was trying to make it as broad of a spectrum as possible. Target audience ideally would be 18 to 35. For location, we did the same location as the last one, 50-kilometer radius around Edmonton. For content, we picked, oh, we didn't pick anything for this one, sorry. For ad schedule, we had it from 6 a.m. to 11:45 p.m. So in between that, it would not be running. I'm just going to go to overview again. And then I just wanted to show you the audience segmentation. Although we did not pick a direct age, we did pick actual like segments. One being education, other one being doing it yourself, movie lovers, arts and craft, blacksmithing, and metal forging. And these are the examples it gave me. Hands-on, blacksmithing course, light your creative fire, iron 101, on-site services available, as well as continuing education, on-site service available, and yeah, just with some more pictures. There were no videos to add for the NATE. There was no videos on the NATE website to add to the campaign, so I avoided that. yeah, so some good photos. Okay, I'm just gonna go back to the beginning of the course. So overall, in conclusion, I would say that um, so my strategy explanation was to get as many segmentations in as possible that's still related to the campaign, as well as increasing awareness to the blacksmithing course. In conclusion, I'm hoping that my goals are achieved.